Welcome back to Discover San Diego. I'm your host, Jason Yost. I'm here with my guest, Amy Saflar. Amy, good to see you.
Thanks for having me today.
So we know San Diego. We love San Diego. We want our audience to love San Diego as well. And so I want to talk about a special little part of San Diego, an enclave called Alpine. Amy, tell me about Alpine.
I happen to love Alpine. It is a fabulous community. Not only is it sweet and intimate, but it has the support services, which we all like to have, of course, in our surrounding area. We have a Barron's, which is the nice local grocer. And when you go into a store like that, people recognize you and know you, which is what makes it feel like a small town. We have our big Albertsons, which of course, Albertsons is a staple, makes life easy. We have our little stores like a laundromat and a dollar store is what it is. And then we have a beautiful library. It was remodeled not too long ago, and it's now a big kind of local San Diego County library versus our little intimate schoolhouse library, what used to be there. There's a community center. There's an honor wall to honor our veterans there.
That's great.
There's local parades. Little July 4th, there's going to be a big event, so there's community things. Alpine Women's Club, a beautiful historic building, as well as Alpine Historical Society. So it kind of has a lot of everything from little intimate, quaint, cute restaurants like Janet's and Alpine Tavern to the brewery. Alpine Brewery's there. And so people who live in Alpine have that small town. You run into your neighbors, you see people. People aren't so rushed. You actually get to know the checkers, yet you have the support services and aren't too far from town.
Do you think that when people consider moving to Alpine that they're going to get more bang for their buck, they're going to get more land, or is it you're still going to find those basic developments like condos, apartments? Tell me about the real estate out there.
It's actually quite textured, which is nice. There are apartments. In fact, there's a brand new apartment complex being built in pretty close to the center of town. There are condos, a few townhomes. There's some HOA communities from the really on top of each other little homes. They aren't patio homes, but little homes, to even the ranch, which is behind a gate, and it has acres of land and very, prestigious. And then there's a lot of varied land. We have small homes on large parcels. We have newer homes on little lots. The hardest thing, interestingly enough, to find in true Alpine is space for like RVs and toys, because it's actually on a hill. So there's beautiful views. People own hillsides. People own land. But sometimes finding RV parking is difficult out there.
You know what? That's funny to consider that when you think Alpine, you do think toys, you think space, but being on a hill, it does make it difficult.
It does. But to answer your original question is you do get more bang for your buck. Being a little out of town, 20 minutes from Costco, up the hill or down the hill, it creates a little more cost efficiency. So you can get a bigger property with a little more land than you could closer to town, for sure.
Amy, thanks so much for joining us today talking about wonderful East County Enclave, Alpine. For all of those in our audience, make sure you tune in and watch us next week.